Hi, welcome to Fusion Beads. Today I'm going to show you how to make our Raku Dreams Bracelet. This bracelet features this really cool Raku SuperDuo seed bead mix. And the SuperDuos are just these 2-hole seed beads here. And it's using the Wrapped Cord Bracelet Technique, and it's a great design that you can wear for any season, and it never goes out of style. So to make this wrapped cord bracelet, you're going to need the 2x5mm Raku SuperDuo 2-hole seed bead mix, 15mm antique silver pewter flower of life button by TierraCast. You're going to need the 1.5mm round leather cord in natural antique brown, and this is 1 yard right here. FireLine Braided Bead Thread, your size 12 beading needle, Zuron thread and fiber scissors, and your hypo tube cement. And you can find all of these product links in the description below. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so first you want to thread your needle with about 8 feet of your beading thread. And you want to double it up. So just thread your needle and then bring it to the center of your thread. Double it up, and then at the end you just tie a little knot. And then set that aside for a second. Take your cord and your button. You're just going to string that button onto your cord. Again, finding that center point. Just bring those 2 ends together. Okay. Then you just want to tie a knot. And then just make sure it's just nice and snug up against the button. Okay, and so then when I'm doing my wrap cord bracelets, I like to use a U-pin. You can also use a clipboard, and it's just to like both of these methods. So I use a U-pin here, and I just kind of stick that right between that knot and the button, and I just stick it right into the velvet board there, just so that holds it in place just like that. You can also use the clipboard, and that just keeps the tension even when you're making the bracelet. And it's just a nice way to kind of go about making your wrap cord bracelets. Okay, so then you want to take your needle and you just want to tie the thread around the cord on the left side here using a lark's head knot. So just bring that underneath the cord, and then you're just going to bring that through. Pull tight. Okay, and that's just going to, I want that to be a little bit, there we go. A little bit higher. Okay, and pull tight, and that's just going to secure that thread right there. And I like to maybe just dab a little glue on that knot. And then we're just going to trim the tail. I like to just keep that out of the way from the start. Okay, just let that dry. Okay, so then once you let that dab of glue dry, you're just going to start stringing your beads. So you want to take, or you want to go under your cord. You're going to string the first hole of one SuperDuo seed bead. You're going to go under the second cord. Okay, and then you're just going to have that SuperDuo just right in between the cords there, with the thread going behind the cord. And then you're going to go over the cord and back through that first hole. And then just pull tight. Okay, and then you want to go under the cord again. And this time we're going to grab a bead. So just grab SuperDuo, go through a hole, and then go under the cord, and you're going to go through that second hole. And then you want to take another SuperDuo, go through the hole, bring that down. And that's just going to go on the other side to sit just like that. And then you're going to go back over the cord through that first hole, and then the second hole of that first SuperDuo, and then that first hole again. You just want to pull tight. Okay, and now we're just going to continue by going under the cord. We're just going to grab another SuperDuo. Oh, first you go under the cord, and then you go through before you grab that next bead. Under the cord, go through the second hole, then string the bead. Okay, and then you go through the second hole, that other bead, behind the cord, pull tight, and then that's just going to have that SuperDuo just sit kind of right in between those two beads on the end. Okay, and then you're going to go back over the cord through that second hole, through that first hole of that middle bead, and through that second hole again, over the cord, just pull tight. Okay, so I'm just going to show you that just one more time. So now at this point we're going to go under the cord. You want to add a bead. So go through that new SuperDuo bead, and you're going to go through that second hole, Then you're just going to add another bead. You want to make sure you go under the cord. Okay, so that's just going to kind of hug that middle bead there. You're going to go back over the cord through that first hole, the second hole of that middle bead, and then that first hole again. Okay. Then go under, go through, okay, so through that second hole, and then we're going to add a bead. That's just going to sit right in the middle there. Then go through that second hole, under the cord, pull tight. Then you're going to go over the cord, through that second hole, the first hole, and then the second hole, over the cord, pull tight. Okay, so then you can see that you're just going to repeat that until you get to your desired length. But I'm just going to go ahead and show one more time. Going under the cord, pick up a bead, then go through the second hole, and pick up another bead, and then you want to be going under the cord. Okay, and then go over the cord, through that first hole, then the second hole, and then that first hole again, and then over the cord. Pull tight. Okay, go under the cord, through that second hole, to just bring that thread all the way through, and then string a new bead. This is going to sit right there in the middle. String the second hole, go under the cord, and just pull tight, and that's just going to sit. It's right there in between those two beads. So again, just over the cord, through that second hole, through that first hole, and then that second hole, over the cord, pull tight. Okay, and so you just want to repeat that pattern, or well, I'm just using this seed bead mix here, just in a random pattern, but you just want to repeat the technique, just like I've shown here, until you get to your desired length. And I'm making this bracelet about 7.5 inches. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish that length, and I will be right back. All right, so I finished my length, and so we just want to end with this bead coming out here in the middle. It's going to be just like this end here, because we want to taper down like that. But to do that, you first want to go through just that one bead. Go behind and go back over and through. Pull tight. Okay, so that's just going to taper down. And now we just want to end the thread. So you're just going to bring your thread behind that cord. And you're just going to go behind that the thread that's coming out the bead. Go through that loop. Okay, and then you just want to pull tight. Okay, then we're just going to do that one more time. So just go behind the cord and behind that thread, through that loop there. Just pull tight. Okay, and then you can just dab a little bit of hypo tube cement on that knot. Take your scissors and just cut the thread. Okay, so there you have your length all together. And so now you just want to tie a knot here on the ends. So just tie then you just want to tie the knot and just bring it close to your beadwork, just right at the end there, just so it tapers down nicely. And pull tight. You want to give it a little bit of room because you don't want it to be too tight up against your bead. Okay, so now we just want to make sure this next knot we create is going to be far enough away so this button closure, this button can just go right through. Okay, so we're just going to measure, so put that button through, and I'm just going to kind of take my fingers and hold the place, and then we're just going to bring that cord around and tie a knot. Just bring it right down to where I was holding the cord. Pull tight, and then you just want to test it. Just make sure that that bead goes, or that button goes through. That's perfect. Okay, so then you just want to cut about a 1/4 inch. Just leave a little tail. And that just slides through. And now you've made a single wrapped cord bracelet using the SuperDuos. And you can find all of these tools and materials to make this Raku Dreams bracelet at fusionbeads.com.